Hey, hello everybody, welcome back to Gran Turismo 3 in the third quarter of the Rome 2-hour endurance race. Let's get this, you guys, up. Woo! Off we go once again. Oh, we almost spun out coming out of the pits there. I just drank the chocolate milk of destiny, you guys. God dang. Bro, look at this shit. 57 seconds into this race and you're scratching yourself. Can you please stop? Please. She's been an asshole today, you guys. God fucking damn. That's the worst problem with having, like, the world's smartest dog, you know what I'm saying? Is that, man, stop it. Seriously, stop it! Holy fuck! Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm about to fucking flip out! "57 seconds is all you can give me? Come on! It's like there was I took like a 40-minute break in between the last episode and this episode. Nothing, you guys. No scratching, no nothing. Just happily sat there. The moment that I said, hey, hello everybody, welcome back to Gran Turismo 3, oh, the head raises up. She's like, oh, yep, once again, I'm free to do whatever the hell I want. At least for a half an hour. Shit. And that noise to me, you guys, if you're wondering, that noise to me, it's like a fucking emergency, right? All I hear is and it's like, yep, hospital, 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 hospital. That's all I hear. You know what I'm saying? That's like the loudest sound in my house to me, is the noise of her scratching the living shit out of herself. She's about to get a full volume hey the next time, just to let you guys know. Because it's distracting, right? I keep having to look over at her, like every 22 seconds. Are you even serious right now? Are you actually even serious? Please stop, dude. Honestly. Well, stop scratching! Fuck! You're so smart. You're so smart, but the one thing that you can't understand is the one singular thing that I do not want you to do. I just don't get it. Smartest dog in the goddamn world, but when it comes to that, she's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Sophia! I apologize, you guys. That's so fucking embarrassing to have that happen while I'm, we're fucking 5 minutes into this video and I've had to pause, 7 times. Holy fuck, dude. I shit you not, for the 40 minutes or so in between recording this episode and the last one, didn't do a goddamn thing. Didn't do a goddamn thing. She let me make an egg sandwich, chocolate milk, fresh coffee, chilled out for like 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Ate my egg sandwich, chilled out, and then came back to Gran Turismo. The exact fucking moment that I start recording an episode, suddenly it's chaos time. You know what I mean? Like, god damn, it is so incredibly frustrating, you guys. See, now I'll spend the rest of this video looking back at her, because she sits in a spot where I can't see her. You understand? She's very crafty. She's highly intelligent, and that is the problem. It's like, I kind of wish you were dumb, or something. But I kind of wish you were dumber, you know? Wish you weren't so fucking smart. Because then she wouldn't have learned, you know, that when I play games, I am fully distracted. I can't sit there and pay attention to her the whole time, right? And she knows the difference between me just playing a game and me recording, right? Because I obviously don't talk to myself the entire time that I'm just playing a game on my own. So if I'm just sitting here playing a game, not recording, she doesn't do anything. Because she knows that I am free to pause the game and stop her from doing whatever she's doing at any moment. But once I say, you know, hello everybody and welcome back to whatever game we're playing, she's like, oh yeah, here we go, baby. Free range. I can do whatever the hell I want. And with the way some people are on the internet, man, like, it's hard to discipline your dog while you're making a video. Because people are like, oh man, you're yelling at your dog. It's like, yeah, you've never owned a dog in your entire fucking life. Literally just by you saying that. I can tell you right now that you've never owned a dog or a child, probably never even a goddamn goldfish, right? Not as if your opinion matters, but it'll certainly matter to YouTube when they go ahead and report my channel for, like, animal abuse and stuff, because YouTube doesn't fucking give a shit about anything. They'll just be like, he abused an animal? Banned! No questions asked, no investigation whatsoever. They're like, I believe you, blue-haired freak. You know? Fuck. Like, look at what happened to Alinity. All she did was pick up her cat and drop it behind her chair. Oh, it was like she dropped it from outer space or something like that. The internet is borderline retarded, to be honest with you. When it comes to certain things. Like, fuck, if I don't tell her to stop, if I don't stop her from doing that, I will be at the vet later on tonight. Do you understand that? You know what I mean? Like, fuck. If you're gonna be one of those people that's like, oh man, you yelled at your dog, like, here bro, how about this? If you're gonna actually go and comment that, you can suck my balls. You hear me? Suck them. Put them in your mouth and slosh them around. Suck on my balls tonight. Right? Because you've never owned a dog. Like, if you try to own a dog, and you literally do not discipline that dog, like, bro, you should be reported for animal abuse, because your animal has zero control. You know what I mean? Like, my dog, I walk my dog without a leash. She walks right beside me. She's like a fucking Pokemon, for Christ's sake. And there's nothing more that I adore or love. Oh, man, we almost went right into the back of him, tell you what. Yeah, there's nothing more in this world that I adore or love more than my dog. She is everything to me. Which is why I have to be firm and say, hey, you know. Because if I just look over at her and say, hey, don't do that. Oh, would you maybe not do that? And she's just going to look at me and continue to do whatever she was doing. You know? But the moment that I'm like, hey, and raise my voice, just even by a fraction, then she's like, oh, shit. It startles her for a second, right? She's like, oh, okay. Sorry about that, sir. You know what I mean? She's smart enough to know, like, when I'm trying to be real with her, you understand what I mean? She knows the difference between me saying, hey, babe, and hey, babe, you know what I mean? There's a difference. You know? And I don't fucking hit her or anything like that. If I ever see somebody, like, hit their dog, bro, I'll fucking ninja kick you in your head. You know what I mean? hit your dog. You shouldn't have the dog. If you have brought yourself to the point where you like fucking punch your dog or something like that, you know what I mean? Don't do that shit outside. And don't do it near me, I gotta tell you that. Because you might just catch a flying ninja kick out of nowhere. Like, dog law in Canada is actually pretty serious. Like, your dog has to be fucking trained. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really does. The laws are not lax. It's not like you could just own an attack dog in Canada. You know? If you have a crazy dog, bro, you're only gonna own that dog for a few months before animal services show up to take that shit away from you. That's the way Canada is. Yeah, so Sophia's the best dog I've ever had. She simply just has a skin condition that she herself doesn't understand. You understand? Dogs don't understand what eczema is. She doesn't know why her skin gets dry and itchy all the time. You understand? I do. But obviously, you know, if you have an itch, it feels good to scratch it, obviously. You got an itchy spot, you scratch it. It's fucking common sense. But to her, she doesn't know the limit of scratching. You understand what I mean? If I have an itch on my arm, I'm only going to scratch it until it's not itchy anymore. If she has an itch on, like, her belly, or, like, the side of her, like, rib cage or something like that, or the side of her face, you guys, man, she will kick herself in the face repeatedly with the nails on her back feet. Gush, 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 all over her eye, all over the side of her mouth and her underneath her ear and stuff like that, and she will literally keep doing it until there's actually cuts and scrapes and it bleeds. You guys, I shit you not. She literally will continue to go until she has broken the skin and the whole entire, like, sometimes I wake up, you know, she'll have, like, when I'm sleeping, she'll have wandered off into the kitchen or something like that and scratched the living daylights out of her shoulder or something. And I wake up, and it literally looks like somebody has stabbed her in the shoulder or something. You understand what I mean? That's why I have to stop her, you guys. So if you are one of those people sitting there being like, oh man, you yelled at your dog, please understand that she has a goddamn skin condition, and if I don't stop her, by dinner time tonight, I will be at the veterinarian's office dishing out another $400 for the same reason as I've been there 15 times beforehand. So please understand that. I must at least raise my voice a little bit to her, or she just simply doesn't listen to me. But no, I don't raise my hand to her or nothing like that. She can tell by the tone of her voice if I've had enough bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, she hasn't done anything for like the last, you know, ever since I last paused the game, because she gets that I'm starting to get a little bit annoyed, right? She's like, well, I don't want to make Daddy upset, right? She knows she can get away with it because I'm playing a game, but she also knows that it's like, you know, she doesn't like people getting upset. Even when I'm like watching YouTube or like UFC or something, she leaves the room, you guys. When I put on UFC or like a King of the Street or something like that, she leaves the room. She doesn't like people getting aggressive and, you know? And I never want her to be like that with me, so gotta use your words. If you have a dog at home right now and you're watching this video and your dog does all kinds of bad shit, man, just be firm. That's all you have to do. Just be firm. You don't need to be physical. Sometimes I have to simply just grab her back foot just to stop it from kicking, but that's about it, really. Turn in, my man. You know, I don't even really... I mean, it's not like I'm paying full attention because this is a very long endurance race, but I don't think I've even seen the other cars take a pit stop in this race. I haven't seen the Audi TT pop up. And I don't think I've seen the BMW pop up. Oh no, the BMW pitted with us on lap 21, that's right. Maybe I am just missing it and just kind of, what's it called, tunnel vision on driving. I love that about racing games when you, like, it's like after you've been playing for like an hour solid, you just sort of get like this tunnel vision, and it's like you're not even thinking about how you're driving anymore, you just sort of do it like subconsciously. Like right now, I'm driving like just out of the back of my brain, essentially. You know what I mean? Just running laps. I was playing some Gran Turismo 4 yesterday. Man, I really can't wait to get into Gran Turismo 4 for the channel. If anybody's wondering, it will be a while before we get into Gran Turismo 4. A while. To do Gran Turismo 4, I'm gonna have to get a good editing program, like a good editing software, so that I can attach videos onto each other, because some of the races in that game are like 8 hours, 9 hours, and shit like that, right? So, a little bit much. So I'll want to try to squish those videos together, and maybe find a way that I can make it to do like 2-hour episodes or something like that for the really long endurance races. Or somehow fix my shit up so that I'd be able to properly live stream. One thing I don't know about YouTube, to be fair, I've never live streamed before, so I don't know if it like uploads your live stream after you're done live streaming. I don't know if it actually like uploads that stream, or if you actually do have to be recording on like your Elgato or whatever. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know if you actually have to be recording on your Elgato while live streaming in order to actually have the stream itself be uploaded to YouTube. I haven't quite figured out how it works. I'm not very computer savvy. Like, I could take a computer apart and put it all back together. But once you start opening up menus on the screen and it's all just a bunch of jumbled letters and numbers and shit, like, I fucking hate that, man. Makes sense, you goddamn son of a bitch. You know? Fucking computers, man. Like, you save a photo off of Google or something, and it's like, oh, save to fucking GXP, you know what I mean? It's like, alright, well, wherever the fuck that picture just went. Then you go into your pictures, and it's just not there. It's like, oh, okay, well, alright. Okay, computer, you know? Fucking stupid technology. You know what I noticed, too, about computers, is that they just slowly die. Not even slowly, they actually quickly die. Very quickly, actually. They start suffering from all kinds of problems, and they just reset themselves, and have, like, total failures, and... You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Like, I had a computer when I was, like, 15, which is, like, 23 years ago, and I don't remember that computer having any fucking problems, man. I used to play the Oregon Trail and all kinds of shit on that computer. StarCraft, Warcraft, like the original Warcraft, Diablo and shit. I used to play all kinds of fucking games on that computer. Never had a problem. But then a computer that's only a few years old, oh yeah. Fucking, I could write a list right now of the problems that this piece of shit has. You know what I mean? I know I've talked about this on the channel a lot, but it really bugs me, man. I don't like how everything is just made to break within, like, the first year that you buy it nowadays. Whereas stuff from 20 years ago, that shit lasts forever. Like an Xbox 360 controller compared to an Xbox One controller. That is a very good comparison. You could murder somebody with an Xbox 360 controller, I shit you not, and it will not have a problem. It won't be broken. You can plug it back into your Xbox and play Halo 3 immediately after murdering somebody with that controller. Okay? But an Xbox One controller, bro, you can actually just push your hands together and snap it in half. What the fuck is that? I shit you not, you get angry at a game, you literally just push your hands together like you're, crushing something, and it will just snap right in half. Try to do that to a 360 controller, dude. Arnold Schwarzenegger couldn't even do that to a 360 controller. Same way with the design of them as well. The design of new controllers. What's one thing you might notice about older controllers? Well, the housing of the controller protects all of the buttons. So that if you drop the controller and it lands on, one of the shoulder buttons, like R1, L1, R2, L2, right? There's a little bit of frame of the controller underneath and around those buttons to protect those buttons from calamity. But the new controllers, oh no, they're fully exposed triggers. You drop that controller even one time, you just broke the shit out of your R2 button or your L1 button, or you know what I mean? Come on, man. They purposefully make the shit. They're like, how can we make it so that it'll break even if you drop it from, the couch? Well, we can fully expose all the buttons and make it so that when the controller drops, it drops directly on one of the buttons. We could also make the buttons spring-loaded instead of pressure-sensitive, and that way, when it lands on the ground, it'll break the little spring-loading system inside, causing you to have zero pressure sensitivity when you press the button in the video game, literally breaking that button. Son of a bitch, you know what I mean? Fuck. But it's the new technology. Oh, it's so much better, you guys, right? It's better until you get it home and use it for 6 months, and then you start running into all kinds of problems. It's like, what I always use to help me define this is the error screens. You know how many error screens are programmed into a PlayStation 2, you guys? Just to let the player know that the PlayStation has encountered a problem? Do you want to know what? There's one, okay? On a PS2, there is one error screen. Do you want to know what that error screen is? The disc could not be read. Now that's pretty common on anything that reads a disc, to tell you that the disc cannot be read or to simply not read the disc, correct? How many error screens are there on an Xbox 360? 800. 800. Bro, I actually have to say that a third time. There is one error screen programmed into a PlayStation 2, and there are 800 possible different error screens that can pop up on your Xbox 360. That is disgusting. That's actually disgusting. They released a system that, if you look at it from my perspective, it has 800 problems. That is fucking ridiculous, dude. That's a shame. Shame on Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have to make an error message prompt if the system was designed to not encounter fucking problems all the time like that. If you fix the problems, you don't need an error message, you dumb fuck. God damn. I just don't get it, you know? Come on! You want to know what message I get every single day when I turn on my Xbox 360, you guys? There's a problem with your gamer tag. What the fuck does that even mean? There's a problem with my gamer tag. It's the name Ashton. What, I don't understand. What could be the problem there? And the other one that I love is, you were last signed in on another console. Cannot sign in because you were last signed in on another console. It's like, yeah, it's my console. Microsoft is so stupid, man. Like, they actually are. It's a system that is specifically designed to fail. That's what that is. While as a PlayStation 2 is a system that is specifically designed to never fail. Goes to show you the difference in not only company, from Sony to Microsoft, but from just in, the times, right? 20 years ago was a very different time for electronics and stuff like that. They were actually trying to make electronics that would last more than 5 minutes and not encounter problems at random intervals for literally no fucking reason at all. You know? Annoying, for a lifetime gamer like myself. You have to understand, I've been playing video games for like 34 fucking years. I've been playing video games since fucking Pong and shit. I have literally seen every single moment of gaming that has ever existed, to be fair. Except for the gaming scene from like the last 5 or 6 years, because it's absolutely trash. No good games have come out in the last like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, maybe even 10 years now. There really hasn't been any good games that have come out. It's all just copy-paste flashy bullshit to hide all of the garbage. A good example of that is Final Fantasy VII Remake. So if you play the original Final Fantasy VII back in the day, it's probably your favorite game. You would probably consider it to be the best game ever made. It actually even says that on the back of the case. Quite possibly the best game ever made. A comment that Game Informer magazine had made at the time, in 1997, when Final Fantasy VII first came out. Now, I will certainly agree that that is one of the best RPGs ever goddamn made. It's the best story ever told. Well, the second best story ever told. I like 10 a little bit more than 7. But then the remake, what a joke. What a fucking joke. You want to know why that game sucked? 7 Remake? I'll tell you why, because it's not Final Fantasy, that's why. You're trying to cash in on something that was amazing 25 years ago. It's just not going to work this time. Especially when you're not doing a remake, you're literally just using the title of the game, Final Fantasy VII, to grab people's attention and be like, oh, Final Fantasy VII, oh, right? People lose their goddamn mind. But then they just basically went ahead and just made their own fucking game. Sure, the characters' names are the same, but there is nothing similar about those two games. Nothing. They're like literally two separate games. You could change the characters' names in Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it would be a totally different game. You know what I mean? Has nothing to do with the original. Just the names are the same. And the combat is absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. That's one of the worst combat systems for an RPG to have, is the goddamn flashy, button mashy bullshit. Give me strategy. There's no strategy in pressing the X button 700 times until everything is dead. You know what I'm saying? No strategy involved whatsoever. And to an RPG player, dude, that's the most important thing about an RPG. What is the strategy about in the game? Is it complicated? Is it very in-depth? These are the questions I shall ask you, RPG maker, sir. And today's answer to me is, no, well, it's actually going to be totally shit. Absolute flash garbage. Flashy. And in fact, the faster you press the button, the more flashy shit appears on the screen to hide all of the crap that we didn't fix before the game's release. All the glitchy, garbage frame bullshit. You know? And they advertise, another thing about today's gaming as well, is that they advertise all these games, 60 frames per second. Right? 60 frames per second, 4K, 60 frames per second. You buy it, you bring it home, it's like maximum that you're getting is like 31 frames per second, no matter what the hell you do. Unless you have a $50,000 computer, there's no fucking way you're hitting 60 frames per second, my man. You know the difference between 60 frames per second and 30 frames per second to the human eye, you guys? Absolutely nothing. Isn't that crazy? But anyways, I freaking love you guys, and I wish you guys the total best. Hope you guys have a freaking awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you in the last quarter of the Rome 2-hour endurance race. And yeah, thank you so much for coming out and watching this episode, as always, and hearing me complain about today's modern gaming society. Fuck! See you in the end. Bye.